Those who knew and loved George Alagiah celebrated his life at a memorial service held on Tuesday afternoon in London's Trafalgar Square. The newsreader, who was at the helm of BBC News at 6 for 15 years, died in July aged 67 following a battle with bowel cancer. BBC World News journalist Jart de Hillen shared photographs from inside St. Martin in the Fields Church as George's loved ones, including Sky News presenter Mark Austin, took their place in the pews. A photograph of the newsreader was displayed at the front of the church on a large screen. The poignant picture featured George with a big smile on his face as he sat in front of a bookshelf. Jart also shared a photo of the Order of Service booklet which featured the same image of George and was handed out to attendees of the service of celebration. The service is understood to have featured moving tributes to George and music from the London African Gospel Choir. Former BBC News editor Craig Oliver also took to social media to pay his respects to the late newsreader. He wrote on Tuesday morning, "George Alagiah's life will be celebrated at a memorial service in London at noon. If you want to know why he was such a great man, you can listen to this conversation about his life on at DS Wisdom Podcast." BBC News reporter Mark Lobel tweeted, "He could see how the world looked from the P.O. versus of the global south, and convey that perspective to the living rooms of the globally prosperous on the day of George Alagiah's memorial. A wonderful reminder of his life by Alan Little." The Economist's senior editor Fiammetta Rocco commented, "Magnificent tribute to George Alagiah. He had the heart of an artichoke, a little leaf for everyone. Thank you at St. Martin's_music the London African Gospel Choir at BBC World." Jonathan Charles added, "A wonderful memorial service for George Alagiah, a generous at BBC colleague, a generous in spirit human being. We all have so many stories of the good times that we spent in his company. His legacy lives on in us all."